Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we're going to be doing another top 10 video. So this one will be my top 10 modded objects in Universe Sandbox 2. So I've literally just spent the last half an hour actually picking some. That has been very hard. I've been going through the list multiple times trying to find my top favourites, and I think I've finally found a list which I'm happy with. So yeah, without further ado, I'll just get straight into this. So we're in the custom background simulation today, but yeah, I've just made like this little mini sim just to make it look good. So right, the first object here, which is hidden behind inside this star. So I've done it of each object, so you guys can't see ahead of time. But yeah, first object. If I just go ahead and delete this, voila. So the first object I've picked is my custom WAS-12B. Now this one you may have seen is been in my size comparisons for the last 2 years, I think, and it's definitely one of my favourite custom exoplanets. Which has been created out of all the ones I've got. This one is definitely the one that stands out the most to me. It's just the way the colours blend together, the dark red, the orange, the slightly more yellow band in the middle here. It's just been a really cool object to me, and I've always liked it since its initial creation 2 years back in 2017. I think it was 2017 this was created. So yeah, quite an old object at this point now, which is pretty crazy just how long modded objects have been going for as well. It's just absolutely crazy. But I think this was made in 2017 now, so yeah, pretty old object, this first one here, and yeah, definitely a really cool one in my opinion as well. And also, yeah, speaking of opinions, remember, this is all my opinion, guys, so if you guys have different favourite objects, that is totally fine. Let me know what your favourite objects are down below in the description. But yeah, this one is specifically my top 10 objects, which I've seen throughout my YouTube career of making Universe Sandbox. I guess all of my top 10 ones that I've came across and saved over time. So yeah, that is number one. So WAS-12B custom there. Right, moving on to number 2 now. So if we just go ahead and zoom in here, number 2 below the star is the custom Gliese 436B. So this one is also another custom exoplanet, which is used in the size comparison videos. So yeah, just this one, not obviously nowhere near the amount of bands that the first one has, but this one, just the colour of it, it's a tinted object. So if I just go ahead and search it up quickly, so yeah, it's a tinted gas giant. So I don't actually know what colour it is underneath, but it's got this really cool purple tint to it, and yeah, just the tint and the colour it is underneath just make such a beautiful looking, like, violety indigo colour, and it just looks great. And yeah, like the previous one as well, it's been in the last 2 size comparison videos as well. So also another really old modded object here, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that is my second one. So Gliese 436B, a really cool object to this day. So it doesn't have to be complex to be good, if you ask me. This one's only very basic. It's just all the same colour with a tint on it. Very basic. And yeah, not too difficult to make if you want to start modding. So yeah, there is that. Moving on to number 3 now. So if we go ahead and zoom in here. So underneath the star, number 3, we have the lime gas giant, or banded _23, I call it, which is one of the first ever banded objects created, to my knowledge, on this channel. So yeah, created by some dumb gamer just a long time ago now for the lime green solar system I made. Yeah, this was the first time I ever saw a banded gas giant. They came in a couple of variants as well. So if I go all the way down to my banded section, this was one of 3 banded objects, which were the very first of their kind. So yeah, we had that one there, which was the crazy banded one. We had this one, which were all of the lime green banded ones, and they obviously came with the original lime gas giant as well, which is just, yeah, got no bands on it. But yeah, this one I picked specifically as most people do make ones similar to this. They don't go like crazy bands like this. I mean, some people do actually. It's mainly between these two. People like going for those sort of bands. But yeah, this one I picked just because I think it looks, I don't know, it looked the best. I don't know. I picked this one just because of what it represents, mainly. Just because this was the very first of its kind. The banded gas giant. This was huge for its time. This was the first time we ever saw a banded gas giant, and when I first saw it, I was absolutely amazed that something like this can even exist in the game. And obviously, yeah, we had these 2 variants as well, but yeah, I've specifically gone for this one just because of what it represents, and obviously how banded gas giants have changed over time. I mean, the WAS-12B was this was probably the original inspiration for it. I mean, just all of the banded gas giants, this was the very first one ever, to my knowledge. So yeah, really cool, and yeah, just absolutely revolutionary for its time. So I put that in there as a little homage to the first ever, like, the first ever banded gas giant. This literally was because all of the other lime green ones, they're just variants of this one. They were all created off the same object. So yeah, I guess all of them count as that object there. Anyways, moving on to number 4 now. So here we go. Underneath this star, we have Bespin. So this is a custom planet. And this one is actually one of those gas giants with... gas giants with atmospheres on it as well, also with city lights. So yeah, a really, really cool mix of modern techniques in here. So obviously it's got an atmosphere, custom coloured atmosphere, it's got city lights, it's a gas giant underneath. Really, really cool and well done. And yeah, it's also a Star Wars planet, which is quite cool. And yeah, I just really, really like this one. Just due to the colour of it. It's a gas giant underneath. It's, yeah, floating cities in a gas giant. It's really, really cool object. And yeah, that is Bespin there. Just, yeah, really, really awesome. I think can we see the light? Yeah, we can see the lights on it a little easier. It's a little crazy with the amount of stars we have in here, so that's why you can see the lights in the daytime. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So yeah, really, really cool object indeed right there, and actually looks really awesome right now as well. But yeah, there it is. So yeah, gas giant texture, atmosphere, got some clouds on it by adding a bit of water to it as well. Yeah, really, really cool object overall there. So that is Bespin in number 4. Right, now moving on to the 5th object. So here we go. So we'll go ahead and go underneath here. Right, so in number 5, we have Trantall here, which is one of my, one of the objects I've used in some of my custom systems as well. And this one is a combination of different techniques. It's got a tinted surface, it's got city lights, it's got a modded purple atmosphere, and look how menacing it looks as well. It just looks so cool. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite rocky planets of all time, I think, in Universe Sandbox. Just really, really awesome. The purple and the red for me just go together so well. The city lights are just so menacing, and yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite Rockies. I mean, just look how cool it looks just right now. Just the glowing, like even the oceans and the ice, the water, even they like glow red as well, which just looks very, very awesome if you ask me. And yeah, like you can see it there, that's the climate mode. All of this snow, this red snow with the tint on it, it just looks so amazing if you ask me. So yeah, just one of my favorites out of my rocky planets. So yeah, there is Trantall. That is in number 5. Right, so now moving on to number 6 now. So the next one we have is here. Right, here we go. So for number 6, if we could delete the star, we have this one. So this is Banded 47. I cannot remember the original name of this one. Well, I do remember it's made by Mr. Misslot though. And yeah, we have this one here, and this one is just such a cool looking object. Like, just look at it. All of the bands, the colours, it just looks like a really, really fiery, hot gas giant. Like just a really, really cool combination of colours. And yeah, definitely a pretty cool one. I mean, loads of people have I've obviously shown this in a video before when it was in the system that I checked out. And yeah, this one was just such a cool, definitely one of the highlights of the system it was in. And just the way it is, just the bands, the colours. Obviously, we've got quite a lot of bands here. They all blend together quite well. And obviously, it's glowing hot as well. So it just looks really, really awesome. So yeah, there we go. So that is Banded 47. I can't remember its original name, so I just renamed it for organisation purposes. So yeah, there is that one. Just a really, really cool banded gas giant. So yeah, there we have that one. Right, next up. So this is is this number 7 now? I think this is 7. Yeah. So here we have number 7. So let's go ahead and remove this. Right. So number 7, we have the ultimate modded Jupiter. So I don't think you can have a modded object list without this thing in here. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing with the amount of effort put into this. With the obviously the bands, it's obviously got the red spot on here somewhere as well. If we just go on studio, there it is. Just, I mean, comparing it to the original Jupiter now, I mean, you can just see the difference in detail is just crazy. I mean, just look at that compared to that. This one just looks so basic now compared to this ultimate Jupiter, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, it had, I think, My Planet Guy, the creator, I think he put, I can't remember what it was, he put a good 20, 30 hours into this. I think obviously it's got a good 500-ish bands, if I remember right. I cannot remember, honestly. But yeah, a lot of time and a lot of bands were put into this, obviously getting all the colours right. That's pretty complex to do, and yeah, just the time and effort put into it. And obviously, since it's a modded solar system object, it is such a good looking object. It is definitely one of the best gas giants ever created in Universe Sandbox, if you ask me. Just so cool. Really, really on point with realism. Definitely a 10 out of 10 object for me. And that is also why it's still on this list, because this is the best of the best in my opinion as well. So, right, there we go. So that is number 7. Right, now moving on to number 8 here. Here we go. Right, so number 8, if we remove it, we have Fire God. So yeah, this one obviously sparked a massive load of objects after it. This was the one that was initially the one that got me interested in these types of objects. Don't think it was the first, but this was the first object of its kind that really got my interest in it. I can't actually remember who made this. This object's also very old, and yeah, Fire God planets, crazy cloud objects, I think I call them now. Just, yeah, really cool. And obviously, we've had many objects that have gone off in different sub-breeds as well. I mean, we have these objects now, which are slightly different to the Fire God, because I believe they got like 2 cloud textures on them or something, which makes them slightly different. But yeah, the Fire God just sparked a massive load of objects, all with the same idea in mind, which was crazy clouds. I mean, yeah, I've got quite a lot of these now, which I've all organized into, I just call them God planets. But yeah, crazy cloud objects. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite. I think it may actually be one of my, yeah, definitely in my top 3 for modded breeds in the game. Just, I mean, all of the objects that the Fire God sparked. But yeah, this one was the initial one that really got me interested in these types of objects. So that's why I put it on this list. May not be my best of the best out of all of the God objects I have now. But this one for me, I think it although it doesn't look as good as some of the other, it means more to me. Just because of what objects it sparks in the future. And also, when I first saw this was just so cool with the amount of clouds on it. I mean, we can just go ahead and land on its surface for an example. I remember the first time I saw that, just the fiery sky, it just looked so cool, and it just instantly got my interest in it when I first saw this. It was such a cool object to see there for the first time. So yeah, there we go. That is Fire God. Now in number 9 now. So in 9th place, or no, actually, no, this would be, yeah, number 2 actually, because obviously I'm going 10 to 1, not 1 to 10. So yeah, in 2nd place, we have my custom modded Pascal here. So this one, I obviously didn't make this, but this one was obviously made for me by Mad Planet Guy here. And yeah, this one is a custom textured object. So if we look underneath here, custom, like he made all this custom texture especially for this object, which is just really awesome. It's got a slight tint on it to give it the lighter blue oceans. It's got a green atmosphere, which, yeah, I think green atmospheres are probably some of my favorite custom atmospheres in the game. And it also has white clouds by being named Earth. So if we zoom out far enough, you should be able to see an Earth somewhere on the screen. Basically, to get white clouds, you just have to write Earth somewhere in the name of the object. So he just put a bunch of spaces that you can see here. Look, I'm dragging. These are all spaces in between the original name and then Earth, because there is an Earth name in here somewhere, which gives it the white clouds. If I deleted, if I just deleted everything, so can I even do that? Enter. Yeah, look, see, if you don't have Earth in its name, it looks like that. But as soon as you have Earth in its name, it makes it like this. So I could just call it Pascal again. Like that. And as long as Earth is in the name, it has the white clouds. So that's a little tip. If you want to get white clouds, then that is how you do it. You just have to name it Earth, and then you can just put a bunch of space bars in it so you can't see the Earth bit. And there you go. That's literally how you do it, which is really awesome. And also, going back to the object as well, green city lights, just so cool looking as well. The green atmosphere, the light blue ocean, the reddish, brownish surface. It's just a really cool colour combination, if you ask me. And from this angle as well, the custom texture on it just looks so cool. And yeah, definitely one of my... I think this actually may be literally my favourite rocky planet in the game, or modded object in the game anyway. This one is so cool, and yeah, really awesome object indeed. Just, yeah, really cool with that one there. Now moving on to an honourable mention. So yeah, this, I guess this is the honourable mention. We have What Even Is This? So this one, way ahead of its time when it was created. This is the oldest custom gas giant. Well, yeah, one of the oldest anyway. I don't know if it's older than like the original coloured gas giants, but yeah, this one is all the way back in the first days of modded objects, created by Sundown Gamer by mistake as well. He don't even know how he made this thing. He made some error when modding an object and he got this. But as I've given this object out to people over time, they've like been able to replicate it and make cool objects and all of these new modded object breeds and stuff from it. So yeah, this object's been a pretty influential object, if you ask me. And obviously, still a very unique object till this day. I mean, it's still a very mess with all of the colours in here, and it's just a very cool looking, glitchy sort of looking object, and it's, yeah, just very cool. And yeah, definitely an object which deserves respect, if you ask me, just with what it did, and obviously when I gave it to people, they just made it into loads of cool stuff. I mean, if I just go ahead and search up the party Earth, for instance, here, I mean, this is what people managed to do with this object. They managed to turn it into things like this. So you can see it's got the, what even is this, like, texture on it, but on an Earth, like, mixed with an Earth. So it has this, like, rainbow Earth to it, which is really, really cool. I mean, look at America there, like a rainbow-looking America. I mean, if we've got a flashlight, we can look all the way around. But yeah, literally the same thing, just on an Earth instead. But yeah, the original, what even is this object here? Very, very old at this point. Definitely an honourable mention to this list. So yeah, there we go. But now moving on to my number one modded object of all modded objects, in my opinion. If we go ahead and zoom in here, we have the modded Neptune. So no surprises here. Obviously, Neptune is going to be one of my favourites. Obviously, it's my favourite planet. But yeah, this custom variant of it, some argue it is very, very vibrant in colour. Too much blue in it. But yeah, that's fine. I completely agree with you there. It is very, very blue. And maybe not the most realistic looking of all Neptunes ever made. But this one, to me, I just love the bands on it. I love the way they blend together. The shade of blue is just amazing. Just really, really cool. I mean, we can compare it to the original Neptune here. I can spell things right. So yeah, the original Neptune here, obviously compared to the original Neptune, it is way more vibrant in blue, but obviously we can compare it to a few other variants of the custom Neptune as well we've had over time. I mean, yeah, this one for me just is my favourite. It's just the bands on it just look really, really awesome. But yeah, other people have obviously made other Neptunes as well. They did some maybe better than mine, but yeah, to me, this one, in my opinion, is my favourite custom Neptune I've ever seen. But yeah, totally understand when people say it is too bright or too vibrant in colour, and yeah, it's way too blue. Obviously, it should be a little more pale blue than this, but to me, I don't really care about the realism on this one. I just love the blue on it and the bands and all of that. But honestly, a realistic version of this probably could be made just by making the blues lighter on it as well. But yeah, still, even if it's not the most realistic, just my favourite modded object in here. It was very, very hard to put this together as well, putting this over Pascal as well. But yeah, this for me is my favourite gas giant, I guess. And I guess you could say Pascal's my favourite Rocky, but overall for planets in general, I think this one takes the cake for me. It's just such a cool looking object. I mean, if we compare them all here, very, very unique list of objects in here. We've got gas giants, Rockies, but yeah, for me, the modded Neptune and then the Pascal, they are my top two sort of top two objects, are Rocky and gas giant. But obviously, no disrespect to all of the other objects on this list as well. Very, very hard ranking these. Obviously, the ultimate Jupiter there, that is just one of a kind with how cool it is. Obviously, Fire God as well with the clouds on it. Obviously, the other banded objects. What even is this? Which inspired loads of objects and people built off it and stuff like that. We've got Bespin, the gas giant with the atmosphere on it, and then we've got Gleaser, Wasp, which are custom exoplanets. Just really, really cool objects, if you ask me. And yeah, putting this list together was so hard to do. And then obviously picking between all of these objects I have in my custom list here, going through them all, spawning them in, just looking at them, it was so hard to put this list together. So obviously over time my opinions could change, but right now, as of making this, these are my top modded objects. I mean, yeah, just picking out of the banded objects was just so hard as well, because it was, yeah, I definitely had to have some sort of banded object on this list. But yeah, for me, the banded 47 here, the very fiery grey red looking one, that really takes the cake, I think, for the banded objects as well. Obviously, we've got the lime one, just because it was the very first one, so it's quite influential. Obviously, it may not be the best looking one, but what it means to me in general, same with like Fire God, what those two mean to me, that sort of just makes them cooler to me, just because they were like the first of their kinds, pretty much, and the ones that really spark that sort of interest in that genre of object, I guess. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. But yeah, if we get a lineup of them all together now, my top modded objects here, just yeah, putting these together. And also, out of all these objects, I didn't make any of these, so I'm going to say a massive thanks to you guys who've just been so awesome and sending me these objects to show off in videos and put them in your custom systems and stuff. It's just so cool to have objects like this, because obviously before modded objects, the game was very, very basic now compared to what we have at the moment just with the objects. And obviously it is so awesome that you guys have just gone out of your way to send me these objects and yeah, create ones literally for me. I mean, this Pascal here was literally made for me. Same with the Trantall here, Bespin, I believe, Neptune, the Lime God, the banded limes here, they were all made specifically for a video. Obviously, the Wasp 12B, that was all made for size comparisons. We've got the custom Jupiter here, which was obviously made to replace the regular Jupiter. Like, just a massive thanks to all of the people who have ever sent objects to me. as well. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, for me, this is my top 10 of all of the modded objects that I have received over the last 2 years. So obviously, I'm not giving any hate to the ones that are not on the list. It was just so hard to pick them. And obviously, modded objects in general, I think they're all awesome because of what they can do and just how much more creative you can be in the game now just with modded objects. It was so hard putting this list together, but obviously, remember, it's my opinion, so if you think differently, that is completely fine. Let me know what your favourite modded objects are, or what types of modded objects are your favourites. But yeah, that is my top list of modded objects, in my opinion. Just, yeah, really cool list, and yeah, very hard picking these. But yeah, that is everything, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments as well. Also, let me know what top 10 sort of video you want me to do next, as yeah, there's many more top 10 ideas I could do for videos. But yeah, so far we've done the top 10 things that need adding, and then the top 10 modded objects. Let me know what other top 10s you want to see revolving around Universe Sandbox 2, because yeah, I have to say these videos are quite fun to make actually. So yeah, let me know what other modded object or what other top 10s you want me to see, and yeah, also subscribe if you're new. Helps on the journey to 10,000 subscribers. No, we're at 10,000 now. God, I'm so used to saying that. Help us on the journey to 11,000 subscribers now. Obviously, massive thank you all for 10k again. I've already said it in like the last 2 videos, but yeah, massive thanks for 10,000 again. It is absolutely insane how far we've got now. And yeah, give me ideas. What do you want to see for the 10k special? Some people were saying a live stream, but what should I do the stream on? Let me know what you want me to do, because yeah. So thank you to you guys. So it's got to be what you guys want to see. So yeah, let me know what you want to see for that 10k special video or live stream, because yeah, that will be pretty awesome to make as well. And yeah, it'd be really fun just getting everyone together for the stream, but or video, depending on what it will be in the end. But yeah, that is everything. So yeah, make sure you all have a great day, guys. Leave a like on this video. Let's see if we can go for 50 likes for the top 10 modded objects, in my opinion. Remember, keep this in my opinion. Keep that in mind. But yeah, that is everything. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.